Hey there, tech heads, Dalton and Cloud here. So in today's video, we're going to be going over a certification that's actually for almost everyone could get. This is for beginners. If you already have a technology background, you've gone over some of my RHCSA videos or any of the other CompTIA exams, and this is kind of redundant. Sorry. Next week's video, we're going to try to have something a little bit more entertaining for you. Especially those on the networking side. I was supposed to do that this week, but unfortunately that video got delayed. But anyway, for those of you who are just getting into IT, this video is going to be right up your alley, and I really hope you enjoy it. Before we begin, if you want to help me hack or put a smack down on the YouTube algorithm, you could go ahead, click over here, and you could hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so you can get more notifications going on for future video updates. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Alright, so today's video is going to be CompTIA A+ certification. So this is a really entry-level certification. I'd say this is on par with other vendor exams. For example, Microsoft has the MD 100 and 101, and those are machine desktop, I believe, is what that certification stands for. That's their equivalent to the A+, and then Google has their own as well, and that's just the Google IT support certification. I think Google's trying to get a lot of their certifications more recognized in a lot of industries. So I feel like that's why they're just trying to compete a little bit more so they could kind of enter that space of certifications. I don't know how it's going. I've used Coursera before, so I'm not the biggest fan of Coursera, but I haven't actually taken the course yet. So maybe in a future video, if you would like, I could go ahead and do a video on that, give you my feedback, see how it stacks up to the A+. As far as when I've been around, I've interviewed people who've taken both. It's not really the same. CompTIA has this kind of squared down to a science. So take that with what you will. So there's 9 different topics that A+ covers for anyone who was interested. It's going to be hardware, networking, mobile devices, operating systems, hardware and networking troubleshooting, virtualization and cloud computing, software troubleshooting, security, operational procedures. So if you're just getting into this and you're like, well, I can never do this, this is difficult, look at all those subjects. Virtualization and cloud computing, software troubleshooting, operational procedures. Don't let those intimidate you. Please, please, please don't let terms like SOHO, Wi-Fi, and TCP/IP intimidate you. If you go out, if you watch a Newegg video, Newegg has a video where they show you how to step-by-step put a PC together. It's going to be a little bit harder with GPUs being as expensive as they are to get all the best pieces of equipment for MSRP. But you know what? I still suggest it. Even if you make a $200, $300, $500 computer, a desktop, with just the core components, you don't even need a graphics card, really. Most CPUs and motherboards have an onboard graphics card, so you don't really need one. If you just do that, I think that would be tremendous for you. Just going out, getting the core components you need to build like a little small $300, $500 computer to get you started. And you know, if things break or if things don't work, that's troubleshooting. That's looking up a YouTube video or a Microsoft document, seeing why Windows isn't loading properly. That's troubleshooting. That in getting you connected to a Wi-Fi, if you have a networking card on it that has Wi-Fi support, getting that to work, that's troubleshooting. Those are all perfect steps of that. So this covers a lot of domains, a lot of topics, not 9 different topics. So it kind of goes, as I call it, a mile wide and an inch deep. So it covers all these topics, but it doesn't get too far into them. You're not going to need to know that much about them. So honestly, don't let this get discouraged. And don't let that discourage you. There's going to be some jobs here that could kind of give you an idea of what you could do with an A+ certification. It says you could do field service technician, associate network engineer, system support specialist. You can technically do all of this, but I'm going to tell you most of these job names are the same. So this service desk analyst, help desk technician, help desk tech, end user computing technician, technicals, they're all the same thing. This all means help desk associate. And a help desk associate means you are going to be the jack of all trades. You're going to be the catch-all for anything that falls through the cracks. Customer gives a ticket to you or they call in. However it works where you're going. You're going to help them with whatever they need. If they have an issue with Excel not loading, if they have an issue with connecting to the network, if they have an issue with their VPN not working properly, if they have an issue with not getting a USB to work, if they have an issue with not being able to connect to a printer or fax machine, whatever it may be, you're the catch-all. You do anything and everything under the sun to make sure their technology works for their day-to-day use. Being in this job really helps you out. It gets you exposed to a lot of things. As I said, it doesn't get you too deep into the weeds, but it'll help you get an idea. Oh, this is what happens when you deal with networking. This is what happens when you have to deal with security. This is what happens when you have to deal with like desktop administration. It gets you an idea of what goes into all the different roles. So then from there, you could kind of pick a specialty role and go into the cybersecurity route. You could go into the networking route, the security route, the cloud route, the project route, the server administration route, like with Linux or server, something like that. So this is a really good starter. It's a base foundation for almost everyone who gets into IT. So today we're going to learn about the different courses you could take with it. Note that all CompTIA stuff is 90 questions and then 90 minutes long generally for the CompTIA exams, and then for at least for their core. Their core exams are the A+, the Net Plus, and the Security Plus. Those are their core fundamental exams, and that's generally what you get with those. So the first instructor on today's agenda is going to be Professor Mike Meyers. He's been teaching this for a long, long time. I remember one of the first books I ever got when I first started learning, right after I got out of the Navy. This was way back when, or at least when I got out of the active Navy. This is way back when. I remember hearing about him. He was, I think, the only person teaching at the time. Udemy was not around, so there wasn't a lot of platforms for people to just go on and teach. LinkedIn Learning, I don't think, was a thing at this point. They did have lynda.com, but I don't think LinkedIn Learning was a thing. This was before that acquisition. But regardless, Mike Meyers, he's been doing this for a long time. He does it. He knows the core audience of people who don't have experience in IT. So that's how he teaches. He teaches you like you don't have any experience in IT. You've never been in a help desk support role. And he wants you to understand how to fine tune your exam, yourself, your knowledge, so you could take this exam and pass on the first try. So as you see, there's a flash sale going on right now for courses. Top rated courses, $11.99, up to from $11.99 onwards. So you could subscribe to Udemy Pro if you plan on taking the A Plus, Net Plus, and Security Plus, and you're someone who has a lot of time to just study. I do suggest you do this. $20 a month is going to be a lot cheaper than it's going to be to buy all the resource material to take all those exams. And it's $20 a month, you get 7 days free. But if you're someone who you don't have as much time, you're going to take a while to study this, and you just want to always have this content, I would buy the course. It's on sale right now, $17. That's not a bad deal. Now, I will say this is for the first exam. CompTIA A Plus is divided into 2 exams, the 1001 and the 1002. So you are going to have to buy both courses for this. So they're both going to probably be $17. This particular course is 17.5 hours. And the other course, if I remember correctly, was 15 hours. So a total of 32 and a half hours. Not terrible. That's actually a reasonable amount of time, especially for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience in IT, to get an understanding of what you will need to know. A lot of this is going to be memorization. So just remember that. If you know, you find an easier way to use flashcards when memorizing terms and doing coordination of picture to word, then maybe try using those techniques as well. So this is the first step. This is Mike Meyers' course. So it has, as I said, 17.5 hours, others 15. Lifetime access. I do believe he does have an exam on this. Let's go ahead and check. He has an exam or 2 exams. There's quizzes at the end of every section, and I do believe he does have an exam at the end of this. Next up is going to be his actual practice tests. No, he doesn't have an exam. He does sell his exam separate. So his practice tests, he has 3 full practice tests that mimic the real CompTIA. This is Network Plus, but he has the same one for Security Plus, or for A Plus, for both of those. So we'll just go down here so we could pull up the link for you. So A Plus certification. 101 practice tests. Okay, here we go. So same thing. It's going to be just mimicking the real exam. He'll have time for 90 minutes, and then there's 90 questions. 3 full practice tests that mimic it. So if you're going the Udemy route, I suggest you, if you're completely new to CompTIA, you do take his course if this is the platform you prefer. And then I don't really suggest this. I suggest if you're wanting a practice exam, you actually take our next instructor, which is Jason Dion. He's been teaching. He's taught over 500,000 students around the globe. He's taught multiple different certifications. CompTIA is definitely one of them. He has similar, where there's about 90 questions in each test. So usually he'll do more in his practice exams, to be honest, than 90. And there's 6 tests in total, and it's over 500 questions in total is what he has. So this is definitely someone you also want to look for to take exams from. Jason Dion, he does an amazing job with his practice exams. I could attest to this. I have a lot of his practice exams for the Network Plus, for the Security Plus, and for the A Plus. He does an amazing, phenomenal job with these. He also has another course for test prep, exams, and simulations. This includes 2 tests, and then he just prepares you for the different exam types, the PBQs, the practice exams, taking the test, introduction. I don't suggest this as much unless you're completely new to exam taking and you just don't really understand the ins and outs of it. I don't suggest this. I just suggest his course with over 6 practice tests. I do suggest this, hand over fist. So if Udemy is your platform to go as far as coursework, it would be Mike Meyers' course. And then for practice exams, it would be Jason Dion's course. So for one test, so by this I mean the 1001, it would be $12 plus $16, or you pay the monthly fee of $20 a month. And then you would also have to get the content for 1002. Next up is going to be IT Pro TV. So IT Pro TV, this is taught by Bryan. Wes does an amazing job teaching. He's taught so many courses that I've used, networking, security, administration, anything you could think of. I've had courses taught by him. Does a phenomenal job. I can't say enough how amazing of an instructor he is. And I just love IT Pro TV in general. I myself have a subscription to it. So this particular course is 103 hours long. They kind of kill you, they kill you with too much information. It's not death by PowerPoint though. It's not going to be boring. You're not going to fall asleep listening to them. They do keep it entertaining. It's very upbeat there. So I just can't get enough of IT Pro TV. I do highly suggest them if you're looking to start your certification route and pathway. So let's look at the personal plans. So personal plans, it's going to be for their standard. So they do have a premium for their labs and tests. So for their standard, it's going to either be $29 a month or it's going to be $300 a year. And then for with their labs and tests included, this includes labs, tests, and also a learning coach service where you could actually get hands-on help with your pathway on what you're trying to achieve. So this could be $50 a month or $500 a year. So it is not the cheapest, but it's definitely not the most expensive. They're a very affordable plan, especially if you're doing the standard and you're just using them for their course material. That's $30 a month or $300 a year. That's an amazing price. You get over almost 6,000 hours worth of content in a lot of different fields, as you saw. If you're trying to stick to the core IT realm, this is definitely somewhere you should go and look into as far as learning your coursework from. Next is going to be someone I've talked about before, and I do think they are on the more expensive end, but I can't knock them. They do an amazing job. They have the best instructors. God, I just can't knock them. I honestly can't. So CBTNuggets. So CBTNuggets, first off, I want to tell you right now, because I always try to save you money. That's the ultimate goal of this channel. Save you money, get you certified, get you in a job that you could see yourself doing. So, but this is not going to save you money. This is going to be $60 a month or $600 a year. They don't have a premium for labs and stuff though. You get virtual labs, you get an app for offline viewing, you get playlists, you get coaching, you get quizzes, you get Kaplan IT practice exams. That's probably the industry standard at this point. You get quizzes, you get a community to work with, you get certificates of completion, trainers, usage report on how you're doing. So they do have a premium, but they have a premium for a reason. They offer you premium service. So I can't say that this isn't something to invest into, but and I say this before, they are the place to go to if you're looking to get into networking. But again, you're going to pay that premium. So if you're going to learn fast. So their core 1001, this is taught by Jeff Kish, Keith Barker. Keith is amazing. Jeremy Ciora. I probably butcher Jeremy's last name, and Jacob Morn. So I don't know Jeff as much, and I don't know Jacob as much. I do know Jeremy and Keith. I follow them on YouTube. I've taken their courses before for Security Plus. Amazing. They make it so easy to understand the topic. So I can only imagine how great this course is. This is 21 hours of training for the 1001, 11 virtual labs, and 1 practice exam, and 227 videos. And then next, for the 1002, this is taught by Garth Schultz, Knox Hutchinson, I do know Knox, and Keith Barker. Knox does a good job as well. And this is 14 hours long, 19 virtual exams, 1 practice exam, and 172 videos. So the thing you're probably thinking is, wow, that's a lot of videos. Well, that's because CBTNugget kind of breaks down content into little bite-sized pieces that are easier for people to understand and digest. So if you didn't understand something, you could just go back, rewind it. It'll be 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's an amazing way to learn. I don't know why more people don't do this. I don't know if they've coined that practice, but it definitely is working out for them. I know all of their students have such an easy time learning with this method. So if you're someone who likes things broken down to easy to digest, like small little pieces of information, this is definitely a platform you may want to look into. But just know, if you are looking into it, it's going to be a little bit more on that more expensive end with $60 a month or $600 a year. Still, I'm going to talk about them all day because they're an amazing platform. Next up, this is going to be your most cost-effective and best solution for learning and studying for the A+. It's not going to make me any money because it's free. He's doing it for free, or at least he does his videos for free. It's ProfessorMesser. He's been doing this forever. He's helped so many people. He's helped me. He does such an amazing job with his training. He does have, I did say it was free, but he does have a premium. So just know these prices and these services are going to be the same for the 1001 and 1002. So he has a comprehensive course notes, comprehensive notes to study for the exam. I've taken these notes before. I've had them laminated. I have them laminated. I don't know where I put them, but I have them laminated somewhere in the room. These are amazing course notes. You will pass the exam with these course notes alone. He has practice exams. He has notes and exam combo for $40. He has Core 1 audio course. So like the audio course where you get the comprehensive notes, the practice exams, and MP3 audio. And then you have his success bundle for $100. So this will be $200 altogether, but it's for the notes, the practice exams, audio MP3, exam hacks, video downloads, study group audio, and study group Q&A. So, and I've talked about this in my videos previously, but this is an example of what you need. You need to have something to read, something to do, something to listen to, something to see, something to write. Like, you need to have something like this where you could really dig in and understand what's going on. If you're able to see, touch, do, that's going to help you out hand over fist pass the exam on your first try. Guaranteed. I've passed multiple exams on my first try. The Solutions Architect Associate was a little bit tricky. I did not pass that on my first try. But almost every other exam I've taken, I've passed on the first try. It's by doing principles like this. I've read a subject. I've listened to a subject. I've watched a subject. And I've done a subject. If you could stick to those principles, you will pass. I can guarantee it. So, I know this video was a little bit on the long side. I wanted to make sure you really understood all the different subjects that are out there for this exam, what it's going to take for you to pass this exam on your first try. And last, I just wanted to go over, this is our website. It's https://daltoninCloud.com. So it's still blank. It's a blank canvas now, but just so you're aware, we are going to be posting articles on there. We'll have a newsletter. We're going to start a newsletter. Just have to figure out when we have time for that. And we're going to start getting more content to you where you don't necessarily have to watch the video if you don't want to, although it really helps, and I really appreciate it if you would. But if you just want a quick snippet throughout the week, different content you could get access to. If we ever get a giveaway or something, you could get access to that as well. Or if we're ever giving away free resources, like maybe I have a couple Cisco routers somewhere we might be giving away for someone to set up their own home lab if you want that. But that's where you'll get that information, is in that newsletter. All right, so without further ado, thank you so much for watching today's video. And again, if you have not already done so, please be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in next week's video. Thank you, and you enjoy, Tech Heads.